Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. As you probably know, I've had bronchitis for the last 10 days and talking is still a little bit difficult for me, but I've so missed making my videos. And today Stampin' Up have a 24-hour sale, and one of the stamp sets that they use in the sale is this Winter Woods one. Now I bought this one last year and I got the matching dies and the stamps. But for the card I'm making today, you only really need the stamps. And the sale that they're having is 15% off. And I think there's something like 55 stamp sets in the sale. So if you have any that are on your wish list, today's the day to get them with the 15% off. I'm actually going to put a group order in later this evening, and if you want to place an order with me and don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator already, you can go to my craftsbythebow.stampinup.net and place your order there. It will give you the link for the store, or you can email me, or if you want to put your own order in as well, that's perfectly fine. So just let me know if you do want to order. Now the card that I've made with this is quite an easy one because I can't talk for very long. So I've already done a lot of the steps, and I know usually on a Wednesday it's not my simple card day, but because of the talking it's going to have to be a little bit more simple than usual. Okay, so I've started off with just a normal base of shaded spruce, and I've got 2 pieces of Whisper White. One is for the inside and one for the outside. And I've got a small piece of Night of Navy, and I'm actually going to attach those 2 together. Let me find my glue. I think my husband has had the most peaceful 10 days with me having bronchitis and not being able to talk much. And I think he's quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Oh, that wasn't stuck on very straight. Let me just do that one again. I'm just going to take this off. I do have another piece cut, but let me just see if I can rescue this piece. There. Now, I'm just going to throw it away. I don't feel like rescuing anything today. So let me get another piece. Here we are. So this is my Night of Navy again. Let's see if we can stick it in a straight line today. There we go, that's a bit straighter. And then I've cut a little piece of the paper from this beautiful Feels Like Frost set, and I've cut one of the larger pieces up. I don't have many large pieces with the scenes on, but I did just have this one and this one, and I wasn't quite sure which to pick, but in the end I plumped for this one. Okay. So I'm just going to put my adhesive on here because I know that silver foil sometimes sticks onto my fast fuse, and it means that it tears the paper a little bit. Okay, so there's our main base for the card, which is going to go just on here like this. And here's where our stamping comes in. For this one, I've only done a tiny little bit of stamping. For the second one, I've done a little bit more stamping. So all I've stamped is this realistic looking tree here. And what I've done is I've stamped it in shaded spruce on mint macaron. And if you don't have the dies, I've chosen this one because it's actually really easy just to fussy cut round here, leaving a little edge. And then you get this little shape here. And then what I've done as well, and you don't have to, excuse me, I'm going to start coughing in a second I think, is I've used the shimmery crystal effects and some of the ice stamping glitter and just put tiny bits onto the tree. Okay, and then the next thing that I've stamped in Night of Navy just on Whisper White is the sentiment from here. Oops. Let me move that paper. The the sentiment from here that says thinking of you this season. And I was going to cut it out with my stitched rectangle dies, but I actually chose this one, which is the timeless label, because I just like the shape of it. So I'm just gonna make sure it's fairly straight. Just cut that out. Okay, and then I'm going to use just a little bit of the Seaside Spray Shimmer Metallic Ribbon. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back just to catch the ribbon. And you don't have to worry about this, it's shiny on both sides, so you don't have to look to see, you know, which side you should be gluing down. I'm just going to put that right across like that. And let's find some scissors. Just take that off there. Okay. And then I'm going to attach it onto the base here, but I want it raised up just a little bit, so I'm going to actually attach it with my dimensionals. If I was having sort of a raised image on the front, then I probably wouldn't put dimensionals on here. But because I'm not having the image raised, I thought I could put dimensionals on and just give it a little bit of height that way. Excuse me while I just have a drink. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's keep taking these off. I love when Stampin' Up have one of these stamp sales that you don't know anything about. We've known since Monday that it was going to be the sale, and we've known which stamps were in the sale. And so this is why I chose to make my today's card with one of the sets, just so that you could see how pretty it was. Because sometimes when you look at the stamp sets in the catalogue, I know what I do, I look at it and think, oh, what could I make with that? I'm not sure. But once you've seen something that somebody else has made, you think, ah, yeah. And one of the best places to look is Pinterest, because there's always lots of gorgeous things on there. So I'm just taking my tree. You saw I just put a little bit of tape or my fast fuse on the back. And then I'm going to do just the same with this, but I'm only going to put the adhesive top and bottom because I don't want it to stick onto that ribbon itself. Just popping that on there. And then, where did I put the other little white piece of card? Disappeared. Not sure. So when I've turned the video off, I will put a little piece of white in there. And it would be pretty if you stamped it with the tree as well. Now, I'm going to need to cut, I think, a little piece of Night of Navy just to show you the other design. So let's see if I've got some more here already cut. Don't think I have. Got the piece that I need to cut. Okay, so I'll just get the trimmer. And let me see. I'm just going to measure to see what I cut this navy one at, which was 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'll just check. So 4 3/4. You'll see I have my new trimmer. One thing I have found is that if you push hard when you're cutting, you end up getting a ridge on the back here. So try not to cut too hard. Oh, I've forgotten what I was cutting it at now. Let's see. So 3.5. Oh, 3.5. I just think I might just have cut that wrong. Oh, I'm all over the place today. Sorry, ladies. So I'm going to cut it at 3 5/8. 5/8 instead. 3 and 4 5/8. And then, see, this was going to be a quick video, and now because I messed up at the beginning, it isn't. So then 5, and I'm taking an 1/8 off. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to measure it against this one. And yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to my piece of Whisper White. This time I'm going to make sure I stick it on straight. I'm not having the best of days. Okay, now to get this kind of effect, what I've done is I've used a piece that I had just as a trimming from one of these, and I've cut it down for another card, and you end up with, you know, just like little slivers like this. I know this is a very snowy one, but I had some that were just pieces of sky. So what I did with that was I took this stamp here, inked it up with just the Memento Tuxedo Black, and I stamped across the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to add that to here. And then what I did was I went through my papers, all my little trimmings from the Wrapped in Plaid suite, and I had these two pieces which are the red and gold plaid, but on the back it's just the shaded spruce. So I'm not quite sure. I think I'm going to use the narrower piece. Yeah. Okay. So that's how it's going to look. And again, I'm going to put my adhesive on here just because of that gold foiling. Now, if you don't have this paper, it doesn't matter. You could use a little piece of Seaside Spray and or any other sort of lighter blue card, or you could use a plain piece of card and just put it through one of your embossing folders. That would look really nice too. So you don't always have to have the paper. Let's see if we can stick this on in a straight line as well, with just that little edge. There we go. And again, I'm going to put the ribbon across. And I'm going to put it where the two papers meet. But I'm going to put it so that it's just right at the top of the green paper. So it looks like I've got a little bit more sky there. I'll cut that off. And then let's get our backing piece again. Let's put it on dimensionals again. So I think that looks nice popped up like that. On here, like that, and then let me see, I do have one of the other little greetings cut out. I don't have another little tree cut out, but I will take a picture after the video, and I will have one of the other little trees cut out so that it can go on here. But actually I quite like that even without the tree. Just with that in the middle. You could have a little bow here, a little knot, but I quite like that without. So there we go, ladies. So I hope that you liked those, and have a think about which of the sets that you could get with your 15% off. Remember, it's only for today. It finishes at midnight tonight, and so if you want any of the sets that are on your wish list, get them today. Thanks very much indeed for watching, everybody. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.